Hey, what's happening, guys? What we've got here is the MDP XP digital power supply from Miniware. It's from the same people that made the TS100 soldering iron. Slim size, high efficiency, wide output 3.6 to 30 volts, ultra high speed transient response less than 4 microseconds, ripple and noise 250 microvolts VRMS. That's impressive. And you can put up to 6 modules on here because they're wireless. You ready to see it? There it is. Isn't she a beauty? Let's take a closer look. Alright, so there she is. And it's really bright. I know it's kind of hard to see it with the bright shop lights on there. All I'm doing currently is powering an LED. And it is being powered from a USB source. Now what's neat here is we've actually got 2 modules. Right now they're connected together with the cable. But I can change that. Give me a second and we'll do just that. Unplug here. Now of course the power went out to this module. But the power supply module is still working. So what I need now is simply a USB cable, which I can plug in. And as you see, we are still working, and we are not connected. See the little LCD screen there? Or maybe it's an OLED? Anyway, this is pretty cool. It's wireless. It's based off an STM32 in each one. Also has a little wireless transceiver. Now I'm going to prop this up here just a little bit so that you guys can better see what's going on there. Then I'm going to zoom out. Well, that's in. There we go. That's out. So now what I can do, I can hit modify here, and instead of 3 volts, let's say I want to go down, oops, there we go, trying to get it, there we go. See how I'm turning that down? Now we're at 2.8. And we're outputting 2.797 there. And as you can see here, we are still powering our LED. Now we are outputting 11 milliamps there. This is only taken 4 milliamps. So let's modify that. Next. Nope. Back. Okay. There we go. There's our milliamp. So we say next. 11, 10. Let's take it up. There's 20. Pretty cool. Now, just so you can see that it works both ways, let me put this here. Now you watch the graph there and watch that. And I will change this. See here, menu, input voltage set. Power off, power on. Okay, it's not going to let me change this one while it's running, so I'll have to stop it. Now, instead of 2.8 volts out, we'll go 2.5, how's that? Now we're back and running. And that's not enough to light that LED, that's the problem. Let's take it up. Let's take it up to let's go 3.15 volts. Then we've got 20 milliamps powered up. Boom. And you can see up here, everything is copacetic. 3.149. We're showing 3.146. 0.19 milliamps, or 0.19 amps, 0.019 amps there. This is pretty doggone cool. A little miniature power supply that you can control from anywhere within the range. It is also magnetic. It's aluminum. I just like it. I mean, this is a really neat idea. This is a really cool product. It's kind of small, but you know, we can do small, right? Right. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go over on the computer and have a look at the web page for the manufacturer. Okay, here we are looking at the web page for Miniware, and I'll put a link to it down below. And you can see some of the different things that they sell, and it is available for Banggood. It's available from a few other places too. As you guys know, or maybe do not know, I am no longer working with Banggood. They refused to send me the items that I asked for because you guys asked to see them. They only want to push on me the items that they want. And that's a new thing this year. I mean, I've dealt with them in the past with a contact I worked with there. He went off to work somewhere else. The new contact only wants what she wants, so we are no longer compatible. Anyway, product characteristics. 2.4 gig wireless connection. DC voltage input between 4.2 and 30 volts. It's high-speed transient response, like it says. Low load regulation, blah, blah, blah. Capable of 90 watts. That is very small and compact for something capable of 90 watts. It's probably going to get warm. We'll see what we can do to test that. So let's see what we have here. Load adjustment rate, 0.01%. Ripple and noise, 250 microvolts RMS. We'll have a look at that. Loss compensation range, protection, input overvoltage, undervoltage, anti-reverse, output anti-backflow, over temperature, data record, 7 megabytes. So that's nice. It does data logging as well. It does support USB firmware upgrade and calibrations. And there you can get an idea of the size. They're basically the same size. And these are the different modules that they're planning on releasing over the year. So what we got is the display module. Wow, that red really didn't show up on there. Let's try this again. How about white? No? That's interesting. Try again here. How about white? Will white work? Yes. Okay, good. Now we'll bring it back. We'll try that again. So what we got is the digital display module, control module, and also the power supply module. So what we don't have yet is the signal generator, the electronic load, the battery charger, and the power pack. So like you can see here, those are in development. Surely they'll be out soon. Hopefully Miniware will send it to us. So again, here's just some of their specs. And there's an idea of how you can stack all these and see different modules, boom, 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 down here on the screen. I've only got one, so. Okay, the Chinese think of voltage as pressure, and it's actually a very good analogy. So it's positive and negative pressure, positive and negative voltage. You can't actually put in a negative voltage. You can just reverse the leads. Series pressurization. What they mean is you can connect multiple power supply modules in series to increase your voltage. Parallel current sharing means we can connect them in parallel to increase their current carrying capabilities, and they're programmable. So yeah. Again, like I said, they're based on the STM32, and they are somewhat open sourced. They have a forum. Like I said, I'll put a link to this on here, and you can check it out. Now, I just click shopping here from Google, and it's just going to give us a bunch of eBays. So they're around the $200 to $250 here. Now, if I get out of this, one moment. Looks like it's available from Seed Studio. If it'll load. So $199 from Seed Studio. Not terrible. AliExpress sells it as well for, what's it say, $201.59. Yeah, this is not for everybody, so you don't have to tell me it's too expensive for you. It's for some people. I mean, if it's something that you want, or something that would be used to you, then, you know, it might be something you want. If not, you know, you don't have to buy it. Honestly, I'm not trying to sell you guys stuff. I'm just trying to show you stuff. Alright, let's go back over to the power supply itself. I've got it running here, and I'm going to unhook the camera, pardon the jumpiness for 1 second. So you can see I've got it on the electronic load. So it is set here. If it will focus. I have it set for 4 volts, which you can see right up here. 4 volts, half an amp output. It's putting out 3.996 at 0.275 amps. So let's put this back in its holder. Get it to focus. There, focus. There we go. You can see we have our voltage here and our current here. And I'm just going to go ahead and adjust the current. Take it up to, there's 0.5. It's set point, and you can see that it burped. And we got nothing now. So I'm going to put this back down to, let's start out with 100 milliamps. And then what we'll do here is we shall, what are we going to do? Modify? Yeah. Next. Next. Back. Oh, okay. So modify menu. We have to go down to amps. Next.
Sorry, I didn't find a device named 2 amps.
Nobody's talking to you. And we'll take this
right.
up.
Ask me whatever you like.
We'll take this up. Oh. Did you just come back to life there? 1.9 amp. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's switch her on. Interesting. 4 volts, 1.9 amp is falling below my 2 volt voltage protection. So let's switch it off. And let's go modify again. Menu. Next. We'll take that down. Let's just go, let's try it at 1 amp. See how that works. And power it up. 4 volts at 1 amp. It's doesn't seem to want to put out the voltage. It could be the power supply that I'm putting into it. Okay. Can we modify this again? We'll go back up to next. We'll put this back to 500 millivolts. Try that. Boom. Okay. So it must just be my input power. Let's take this up to 250 milliamp. And power it up. There we go. Why is it dropping like that? Hang on a second. We seem to be holding okay there at 0.15 amp. Let's take it up to a 250 milliamp. Holding pretty steady there. Take it up. There's 400 milliamps. Now, one of this thing's big claims to fame is the extremely low ripple. So let me get the scope set up, and we're going to check the ripple on this guy. Okay, so I got the scope hooked up. Part of my little kludgy thing there. I just want to get the scope as close to the output of the power supply as possible. And you can see we are outputting 3.996 volts at 0.406 amps for 1.62 watts. Now if we take a roll up here and go in and have a look at Mr. Scopey Scope, you can see it's showing us a peak to peak of 272 millivolts. That's not super super fantastic. Yeah. We zoom in here. It's got our cursors on here. Whoops, wrong button, right? Try that again. Cursors. There we go. Get that in there. If we're measuring on that, I'm getting 230 millivolts of peak to peak. So, I don't know, perhaps it is my setup, but it shouldn't be. All right, I'm going to take you out of here again. I know it's going to get bumpy. I just want to show you, give you guys a good look at the setup that I'm running here. So there's our power supply. There's our probe. This wire is only on here so that the probe has something to grab onto. There's our ground. Now our output from the power supply comes up here and goes into the load. Yeah, I don't get it. That is a serious lot of ripple. Alright, let's see what happens if I turn the current down. We'll go down to we'll go down to 100 milliamps. I can turn the cursors off. And we can just take a look there at our peak to peak is still 240. Let's take this up to the max. Okay, we are banged out at a half of an amp, and it's still right there at 200 millivolts. That is definitely not optimal. Well, I like it. It is a very neat, a very interesting concept in a small, portable, wirelessly controllable power supply. But I don't think it's done cooking yet. Have you guys probably know Marco Reps, a German YouTuber? I'm going to put a link to his video down there where he tears his apart. I'm not going to tear this apart. Yeah. Take a look at his video, watch this one. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I think it's interesting. I'm just not quite sure what to do with it yet. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, this introduction to the MDP XP miniature wirelessly controllable power supply from Miniware. If you did, give me the old thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. Big thanks to all my patrons. Big thanks to Miniware for sending this out. I really appreciate being in on the ground floor of something new like this and getting to introduce it to the world. That's pretty cool. All right, that's it. I am out. Peace.